You're live!
What is up, people?
Hi everyone! Welcome to another live stream. It's been a long time.
It's been quite a while. It looks a lot brighter here than it did when we were doing a few tests. It's been quite a few months since we did a live stream.
I
Quite
know,
a few.
and I miss it so much. We actually love going live a lot. Actually, first of all, can you hear us okay?
Yeah,
Can you see
just
us okay?
do the regular checks with us because it's always the case with live streams.
Yeah, you
Just
never
need
know if it's gonna work the way you want it to.
Just let us know. Can you hear us? Does it look
okay.
good? All that good stuff.
Hi guys, if you are joining us on today's live stream, yeah, it's been a while since we've done a live stream, but we do love doing them. We love talking to you guys live, answering your guys' questions, literally just having like a conversation right here, right now with you guys behind the screens over there. So yeah, it's good to be back live.
I'm just messing through some stuff. There's actually a lot of new
Yeah, there's new things happening.
here on the YouTube live streams. Audio check and video check. Sweet.
Thank you for clarifying. That's good, that's good. How is everybody today? How is everyone?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Cool.
Yeah, how are you all doing? Hope you're all having a good day wherever you may be in the world.
Literally could be anywhere. We're also at the Zen room, as you can see.
Yeah, we're just gonna chill out, drink our coffees like we do, answer some questions. We've already got a few from you guys, and there's a few other ones that we're gonna chat about. The thumbnail and stuff kind of gives that one away. But yeah, just chill out, answer those questions, chat along with you guys as we go. We'll wait till everyone kind of gets in, or at least a few more people till we explain the general idea of the live stream. But for any of you who have been here before, it's gonna be a similar scenario of chill out,
chat,
drink coffee.
Chill out chat. That's what we should call these live streams. So yeah, think of any questions that you have for us.
Shaken, not stirred. I like that.
Shaken, not stirred. Also, a new James Bond film is coming out next month.
Who's psyched for that?
We're excited about. Are you guys excited about that?
There's nothing better than going to the cinema to watch the new James Bond movie. It's like it's
like something you just have to do.
It's the epitome of going to the cinema. Like that's a cinema movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey guys, love your street photos. Thanks.
Much
we like
appreciated.
taking them. Could hardly wait to watch the new Bond movie. True.
I'm assuming you would, so hence the name.
Are we actually gonna go to the
when's it out?
theatre movies to see that? I think it's April.
I think we have to. We went to the last.
I mean, I only remember seeing the last two.
Yeah, but they were very good.
3. But yeah, no, they were very good. So we're definitely looking forward to that. I do love Billie Eilish also singing the new theme song for Bond. It's really good. So yeah, excited for that.
What's up then, you guys who have just joined us? Hope you're all having a good day.
It's good to be back live.
Still in Manila. Yes, we are still here in Manila, and we're not going to see sunset during the stream, but we'll probably get the glow of it. You'll know when it's coming in.
We are looking out right at the city, and I can show you via my glasses.
Ideally, we were going to go for a bit of a background city view for the live stream, but because we don't have good enough lights and stuff, we would have just been silhouettes.
That's the city of Manila. Or Makati, as I should say.
Okay, I think we'll jump into one question here. We'll get to the other ones.
My bad.
After.
Kick the mic with my foot.
But feel free to drop any questions in if you want. If it gets to the point where we're finding it hard to read, there is actually a super chat button on the live stream here. At the bottom, it's a little like dollar sign if you want to get your question to pop up on the screen in front of us so we definitely see it. You can do it that way. It's like a little kind of donation, like a little tip thing, a little donation, and then your message, whatever you want to say, gets popped up on screen if you want to do that. It's entirely up to you. It also helps support us on the stream.
Exactly. Happy Sunday to you as well. Why can I not see the chat? How can I see the chat?
It's on the screen when it comes up.
I know, but then it disappears. How do you get it back?
I'll pop it up here. So I'll read out the questions then as I have the laptop right here. And we got one literally just before we started. Here's a question. What fears do you have before diving into the vlogging business?
What fears?
I think that kind of leads into our main question though, doesn't it? Or the thumbnail of this video, which is something we wanted to touch on. Or should we just answer it now?
I guess we could just answer it now.
Go for it.
What fears did you have before diving into the vlogging business?
If we're gonna narrow it down to just vlogging in general, so vlogging is like kind of walking around with the camera recording a lot of your life, I would say. That's what I would consider vlogging, not just making videos.
Yeah, I would consider that
vlogging is recording pretty much everything you do in your day.
So before we started vlogging, we were already in front of the camera a lot. We would have live streamed on Twitch. We already did YouTube videos.
We were kind of used to the whole being on camera, doing like live interactions, which is kind of similar with that.
So I wouldn't say that was a big fear, but being out in public and having to hold the camera like pointing right at you in public is terrifying.
It's something I think you can get a little better at, but there's definitely certain people who will be able to do more of it than others. We don't mind doing it, and we don't mind doing videos out in the street, but say for example walking into the middle of a restaurant or walking into a cafe while in the middle of talking, I can't do it, and I don't think you can either.
No, I don't think we can do that.
I also don't think you need to do it, but it is very intimidating to do, because for me, if I'm in like conversation talking to the camera and I have to walk in and everybody's looking at you, I am too aware of that to be able to just continue on my flow. And you also have to speak kind of loud so everybody can hear exactly what you're saying, which is very strange. Yeah,
that's definitely one fear that you kind of have to conquer if you want to be a vlogger of your life.
There's ways of doing it. Like we avoid doing that because we don't want to, and it's just something we don't like to do, and we don't want to constantly have to do something in a video that we don't like, because then you never want to do it. So we've kind of worked ways around making our video that's more kind of documenting style, and we record and talk where we want to talk, and then we can get video walking into a restaurant or a cafe instead of walking in, talking and recording everything almost like live.
Yeah, but that was a really good question.
Good question.
I'd say that was probably our biggest fear.
D. Stefanik, what is up?
Hi everyone, if you're just joining us.
Jose Andre Von Rances, hey guys, like your street photos, what is up? Hilario Dune, what is up? Spyware, what is going on? Amor and Chris North, I can't pronounce that name. Chris North, what is up?
Chris North, hi, Filipino watching in Malaysia, awesome.
Hope you're all having a good day, like we said. Right, is there anything else you want to chat about before we do another question? Yeah, guys, like we said, feel free to get your questions in.
Yeah, anything at all. Anything.
Whatever it may be.
Whatever you want to know, we will answer. Was there not another question there or something about who's your favorite Bond character?
Who's your most favorite Bond character so far? Okay, I'm not a huge movie nerd. I just don't remember that type of stuff. I remember the movie being good. When it comes to names and stuff, I don't take it in. I'm just not one of those people. Like
at all, or is it only like movies you really, really love that you'll remember the characters?
No, it's details like that I don't need to remember, so I don't. I couldn't name, besides the guy from the old Bond movies with the metal teeth, and I don't even know his name. I couldn't tell you one Bond villain's name.
All right then.
So that's the type of person I am.
It's not in the details for Chris. Doesn't matter.
At the time, yeah, and I'm not the type who's gonna have a conversation about a movie that happened like 10 years ago and go into detail, because I don't really care. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
All right. Well, we don't have an answer to that question.
Good question.
Because I don't know anybody either.
I just can't answer that. Hey, any Netflix TV shows you guys binge when not vlogging?
I love Netflix. I really, really love Netflix shows, and I love Netflix documentaries. They're just so, so good. They're so well produced. But right now we are watching Power, which we started watching when we were in Canada, and then we just kind of like forgot about it and like realized there was 2 seasons that we still haven't seen. So we're
back.
kind of going back to that right now, and yeah, we're watching Part at the minute. But what else have we watched on Netflix that we really
We have
enjoyed?
watched Sons of Anarchy is probably the best one we've watched.
Yeah, it's up there with our top.
I would
faves.
advise it. I mean, we haven't watched that many. We watch a lot of documentaries.
A lot of documentaries.
A series is a commitment, and we just haven't had the time to make the commitment to watch a full series.
I know.
Sometimes I find it hard when we finish one. I'm like, okay, I stuff to do. We'll start at a different time.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Sons of Anarchy is definitely one of the best ones we've watched.
But yeah, we do watch a lot of Netflix documentaries. Like, can I say the F word?
Probably not. Not ideal.
Don't. With cats. We watched it. It was good.
Not for everyone. Definitely not,
Not
if you're
for
a little
everyone.
squeamish and you don't like violence and
Don't F with cats.
yeah, very strange.
And also, I love the documentaries like Making a Murderer. The Staircase was really good. I just love. I do love Netflix shows.
Staircase was very good.
I love Riverdale. I love. What else have I watched? I've watched so many. I can't mind.
A lot of them are pretty bad, but I don't watch them all.
What about you? What about you guys? Any recommendations for Netflix?
Yeah, that's true. Also, if you're in the chat and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. It would really help out the stream. We've got another question. So we put this out in the community tab. Like we do intend to do these live streams more often. We've been kind of out of the way of it, but we do want to do them more often to chat about things and just to chat with all you guys who've been checking out the videos and stuff. We have got a few questions in the community tab that we put up a few hours ago.
Okay.
What do you think when tourists who have been here in the Philippines tell other tourists to skip Manila and go straight to the islands?
That's a good question.
Very good question.
So I would say that probably does happen a lot.
I would say a lot of people who come here completely avoid like Manila, Metro Manila, like BGC and stuff. I would say it completely depends what you're looking for.
Yeah, depends what you're here for and what, I guess, type of person you are. If you're looking to just be on a beach and have the island life, then of course you're probably just going to go straight to the islands. But if you want to like see what the big hustling, bustling city is like, what like, I don't know, what life of
If you
the
want to see,
Philippines is
yeah,
like.
you can't just come to a country and if you're really a person who wants to really feel like what the culture of a country's like, then obviously go to the islands. But the city's a massive part of it too. So you're kind of missing out if you want to see if you want to see the whole entire thing about one country. You have to go to both.
Yeah, you can't just go to the touristy spots because that's not a full representation of what the country is.
It completely depends what you want to do. For us, as like travelers and photographers, we are probably drawn more to the city than the cities where we go rather than the islands and stuff. They're nice, but for what we do in the like street photography and stuff, obviously you can't really do that as much on an island that has hardly anybody on it.
Yeah,
So
the city is the place for us just because of what we do. But
we do like islands. We like the island vibe, the like island life, cruising around in your moped and stuff, and the food. But yeah, if you're coming for like photography or to make videos and stuff, then I would definitely say
like I definitely wouldn't say to somebody, yeah, just skip Manila, just go straight to the islands, because we love it here in Manila. BGC is like our favorite place to be, and it's like you kind of have to see that. Like, don't just skip like Manila or BGC because it's so good.
yeah, obviously parts of it have the areas where you're just not really going to want to go. There's not really much happening, but there is a lot of areas where just walking around and seeing stuff and seeing what the city vibes like is kind of cool.
It's kind of like also like Bangkok as well. Like whenever we told people or told our friends or told, you know, people who might have been to Thailand before, they're like, yeah, we're going to Thailand. They're like, yeah, just skip Bangkok, go straight to wherever, Phuket or
Yeah.
whatever. they're like, yeah, Bangkok's, no, you'll not want to stay there for too long. And I understand why, because it's so crazy. Like, it's literally insane.
Yeah, it is.
But it's kind of something that you have to see, I think. I think you have to spend a little bit of time there just to like get an idea of what it's like and what the country and what the culture's like.
If you're that type of person, if you're traveling just for a beach holiday, then don't bother.
Yeah.
Because you don't really care about the culture of an area, which I get too. People just want to go to a nice beach and somewhere where they can just chill out. Then yeah, definitely don't go to the main city, or definitely in this case, don't go to like Bangkok or that. But
yeah,
if you're like traveling to actually see places and want to like
and experience
cultures a little bit, then you kind of have to.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Yeah, feel free to get your questions in, guys. If you have any more, drop them into the chat.
I feel that's right. Do you agree? I think that's.
I think we've
Not
hit.
you. I'm talking to these people.
What's right?
I'm like, do you guys agree? Like, would you encourage people to visit the big cities as opposed to just going straight to the islands? I probably would. Did you watch Carnival Row?
Gamer Wits,
I've
what is
never
up?
heard of that one.
No, I have not either. Just enjoy Philippines while COVID-19. Yeah, that's tricky. We just recorded a podcast a few days ago, and we had some good topics in there.
Yeah.
Some good chats about a lot of different topics, and of course the coronavirus, which we touched on in the previous podcast, is always in and around. There's a lot of stuff going on, so stay tuned. If you haven't actually subscribed to the podcast channel, is the link in the description? I think it's at the top of the description. If not, it's
I'm
just
not sure.
Mac and Teens podcast. If you can't read it, it should be.
That podcast episode should be up tomorrow, hopefully.
I think so.
It all depends on the upload time. That could be the killer.
It should still be up tomorrow.
Because of the Wi-Fi, but yeah, should be up tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, we did discuss some really good things, and coronavirus is something that we are keeping an eye on, let's just say.
It's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
I guess we should maybe address the topic of this
we'll
video.
get back to keep your questions coming in. We'll get back to them. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so the topic, well, one of the main topics and one of the main questions that we had before we started this live stream we had ready to chat about was obviously the thumbnail, being a YouTuber in 2020, or being a YouTuber in general, what it's really like, the pros and the cons of being a YouTube creator.
Mm-hmm. Should we start with pros or cons?
Quite a few. Do you like to end on a happy note or end on a sad note? What should we do, guys? Should we start with the pros of being a YouTuber or the cons? Let us know. Drop it into the chat.
Yeah, actually, you can just
And then
decide.
we'll start.
Pros or cons first.
I feel like I forgot a biscuit. I have a biscuit with my coffee.
Oh yeah.
But I forgot.
Oh well. We've already had a biscuit today, that's fine.
Hello, OFW here in Taiwan. God bless and keep safe.
You too,
What is
keep
up?
safe.
Blessed Molesky. Hope you're having a good time in Taiwan. Taiwan's cool. Taiwan's a cool place.
We enjoy Taiwan. We did.
Yeah, should we talk about the pros or the cons of YouTube first? Just type in pros or cons here in the chat. Cons first.
Cons first.
Okay, one for cons.
Get the bad things out of the way. Cons, another one for cons. I guess cons might be the winner.
Yeah, we'll wait one more. If one more is for cons, then we're definitely going cons first.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, get it in. Cons, pros or cons? Cons, cons.
All the cons.
Okay, cons first.
Okay,
Finish
cons
on
it
it.
is.
Finish on a
Finish on a
positive note with this one.
So the cons of being a YouTuber.
You do one and then
Where
explain it,
do
and I'll do
we
one.
Start. Okay. It's hard because I feel like a lot of them are like run into each other or like are very similar.
Right. Well, you pick one and then I'll pick one.
The cons are, okay, so one would definitely be the work never really stops. So it's so much different than a regular job. You could, because you go to work and when you come home, you leave your work at work. Know what I mean? You kind of come home and you don't have to do anything more until you go to work the next day.
That's exactly what I did when I did work in another job. I didn't think about work one single minute after I left because I didn't care about it.
You didn't think of work while you were there.
No,
what are
not
you talking
really.
about? But with YouTube or with creating videos or editing videos, stuff like that, it kind of just keeps going on all day. So you edit for a long time, and then you're maybe doing some research, and then you're making thumbnails or planning videos for the future. Like it's like a constant thing. So you never really know when to stop, which can be a serious problem on your mental, what's the word?
Health.
Health. Yeah, that's one con. You got one?
Okay, so you're saying the work never ends. I would say it's the schedule of uploads. I would say uploading and being able to create content and upload regularly.
Being consistent
is tough. We've been literally trying to figure that out since we started. We've been on good patches, we've been on bad patches, and we've changed content slightly, which mixes things up again a little bit. So you have to kind of plan ahead a little bit. I think it depends what you're doing. When we were just vlogging, it was kind of go do something and vlog is every day if you can, which then just becomes a constant, okay, I need to do something today, I need to vlog it, I need to do something, I need to vlog it. So you almost feel like you need to do something every day.
In order to film it.
Yeah, and you tend to be uploading more regularly, or you get way behind in your days.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing content more like what we're doing now, where it's a little more planned, it might be a little more topic based, you kind of have to plan out, okay, if we do this video today, can we get it edited and put up in like a couple of days, and then do we record the other one during the time we're supposed to edit, or do we wait till we're finished? And then that means that we have days where your things overlap and stuff, and it gets a little bit confusing.
And a little bit stressful.
Yeah, because you can't really afford to miss a day of either editing or recording, because then it's just a nothing day where you've lost out on a day. So if you won't upload on Tuesday and Friday, and Thursday you're supposed to record and you miss it, then Friday's video is already a day delayed.
We get the point.
So,
so yeah.
Max Julian, what is up?
That can also cause a lot of stress, because you're behind and you're kind of like, I need to get this done, or I understand that point. And that kind of leads into my other point too, which is like the monetary side of things, the finance. It's very, very unreliable. Like, unless you're like huge, then you kind of get a reliable source of income.
True.
But like with us or with smaller YouTube creators, it's pretty much the more you upload, the more, I guess, chance you have of making more money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, literally the more you upload, normally the more views you get and the more money you make. So people can get caught up in that and then make content that they don't like and get stuck in doing content they don't like because they kind of have to for money, pretty much.
Yeah. So that can be a little stressful too, not really knowing how much money is going to come in at the end of the month, which of course can be stressful because you have bills, there's things that need to be paid for, you have to live. So a little bit stressful not knowing what money you're it's just very unreliable.
It is. So we've done, what was the tree? Work, never know when the work-life balance.
Always working.
What did I say? The schedule, consistency, and
money.
What's another one? So another one I would say is the creative aspect of it. So as anybody, if any of you guys create anything, if you do literally art of any sort, if you create any kind of art, music, video, photography, drawing, painting, whatever it is, you'll know that is not something that you force. Creativity is not, it's one of those things where you get creative when you feel creative and when the ideas come to you. And that's the thing with having a schedule. You literally have a schedule with your creativity. And that's not ideal because it's not when your brain works best. When you say, okay, think of an idea right now, you're probably not going to be able to think of one. Whereas if you're just chilling around, drinking your coffee, and an idea just comes to you. Yes, I've talked about this many times. For some reason, I always come up with ideas, whether it's for videos, whether it's for TikToks, which we've been doing a lot of recently. If you want to drop us a follow, the link is not in the description, but our name is just McIntyre, same as on here on TikTok. Yeah, I think of them when I'm brushing my teeth for some reason. I think it's because I can't concentrate on anything else. I'm not thinking, I'm just brushing my teeth, so stuff comes to me. I don't know why.
It's so funny. Like,
or the shower sometimes.
You could almost guarantee every time Chris will come out of the bathroom, toothbrush in mouth, in hand, toothpaste everywhere. Oh, I've thought of something good. I'm like, good.
It's a little ridiculous, but it's true. That's when the ideas come to me. What was it called? Yeah, so forcing creativity is not how you want it to go. And when you do that, you often are forced to come up with ideas that might necessarily be what you would normally do, or something that just isn't genuinely you, if you know what I mean. Yeah, forcing creativity can be a little problem. It can also be stressful if you know you have to record a video tomorrow and you haven't thought of the whole video, you haven't thought of a topic or a certain part of B-roll or something you want to get. It's stressful to force yourself to think of that a little bit.
And also, in terms of the creativity, kind of leads on from what you're saying, is like comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah, that's huge for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching other, which is hard to avoid. Once you're scrolling here on YouTube or Instagram and you see an amazing video or just an epic picture that someone maybe spent hours editing, it's hard to even want to post one if you feel like yours isn't better than that. Even if it's good, if it's not, if you're like, oh my god, I could do better, even though the picture you've already got, everybody thinks is good anyway. Yeah, I struggle with that. I always want to do the best thing I can do, and the next one I almost want to be better, and it doesn't necessarily need to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like it definitely can't be worse, and if I feel like a video that we record just isn't as good as the last one, it's hard for me to get into it, or if things aren't going to plan and I haven't got the shots that I want to get.
There's been many times we've uploaded a video that you haven't been happy with. You're like,
it's because I feel like when I look back at our last like 6 or 7 videos, and there's maybe one in there that I feel just ruins the
flow.
List of, you're like, good video, that one just, it makes us look worse than what we can do. And then you have 2 other good ones. I feel like other people are looking at your content saying, okay, I thought they were good, but they're not, because this video is kind of rubbish and not as good as the other ones.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because like, we know what we can do, we know we can create good videos, but sometimes we're having to rush them because they need to be uploaded. Like, if we could take longer at planning or editing videos, then obviously they would be better.
They would definitely be better, but then it gets to the point where you're taking so long to make it that you know it has to be really good now, and that's almost even more stressful.
Because you've took so
long.
long.
If you take 2 weeks to edit a video, it would need to be pretty damn good.
It would need to be good for that, yeah.
And then if it's not, then I don't even know what happens. Yeah, it's not great.
Any more cons before we move on to pros?
We've got one question actually about one of those, and then we'll. Is there one more con?
I feel like there has to be.
How does it go? Do you earn the money by making deadlines for your videos, or is it earned per video made? It's a good question. So it's actually on YouTube here alone. If you're just talking about YouTube and your YouTube audience and subscribers and stuff, it just goes completely down to views, and normally it is the more views, the more that you get paid, pretty much. Pretty much. It depends. Sometimes it can change depending on the country or the topic of the video, but it's all just down to ads on your YouTube video, really.
Yep. So you put ads on your video, and then the more eyes that those ads get, the more YouTube AdSense pays you.
A lot of you guys actually comment on our video, which is
Which really helps.
which is really nice when you're commenting and sharing it. Sharing it's a big deal because obviously a lot of people don't get suggested our video if we, like for example, we've done a lot of photography videos lately, kind of coming off our more travel vlogs, which we did for quite a while, but we realized that photography is what we really like. But a lot of you guys maybe aren't into photography, or because you watch a lot of different content, our video doesn't get suggested to you. So by sharing it, you're letting people who also might like it see it, which helps us.
Yeah.
But also, a lot of you guys also comment saying that you don't skip the ads, which really does help us out.
Really, really does help. I know.
And it's super nice, and we do appreciate it.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, it's normally, if you do more videos and get more views, you get more money. So that's pretty much how it is on YouTube, how people make a living just from YouTube. Okay, have we got one more con? So we've done work, life, business, the editing and stuff, and not having free time or not knowing when to take it. We've done
scheduling, which is
scheduling,
difficult.
Consistency. We've done
money,
monetizing,
and
we've
creativity.
done the creativity, forcing the creativity. Is there another one, or is that the main ones?
I feel like that's the main ones. I feel like all of those kind of equal like stress.
They all can lead to it. If you don't get everything, if you don't tick all those off, there's going to be a certain amount of stress. And
that's why YouTubers, a lot of them have like problems with mental health, or like some of them even end up depressed because they're pushing so much and like probably like not even maybe doing something that they love, like not making videos about stuff they don't even like, because they feel like they have to.
That's huge.
It's like,
if you get stuck in a routine of doing videos that's working and you just keep doing them, but you don't really enjoy doing that anymore, or you didn't enjoy it at all, then it can be a real problem. But we actually are gonna we're gonna talk even more about this on a podcast episode coming up, and we kind of have generally a couple of main topics on the podcast, and that's going to be one of them in our next podcast, like the mental health side of creative, like content creators in general, not just YouTube, but it kind of all is the same thing. Yeah,
so we'll elaborate on that on a podcast episode. So let's move on to prawns.
Prawns. Let's move on to the prawns.
Let's move on to the pros. Prawns.
Ridiculous.
So a big pro for me is, of course, that we don't have a work schedule. Do you know what I mean? You can do what you want when you want it. So you decide what your videos are going to be, what they're going to be about, how you do them, when you upload. Like, that's all in your control.
Yeah,
freedom.
We don't. Freedom is the main reason why we want to do this, why we want to be able to be content creators and also do our own work and make videos for like businesses and stuff too, because it's on our own schedule. We've both had multiple jobs before where we start at 5 p.m. and we work to 10 p.m. or we start at 9 a.m. we work to 5 p.m. whatever it is, the 9 to 5 thing. And just having that, I have to go in at this time tomorrow and I have to be told what to do.
Yeah, that you're somebody to answer to.
I can't leave. I have to go on my lunch break at this time. I have to stay until this time, and it's not for me.
Yeah.
And we've come to realize that that is not something that we want to do. We want to run our own business and make our own choices and where we want things to go.
Yeah, and it sounds weird because although a con was like working, like not knowing when to stop and the work never stops, but related to that is also a pro, is that although we work so much more now than we would in a normal job, but you're doing something that you actually enjoy. You're doing something that you love, so you get to spend all that time doing something that you actually enjoy, as opposed to going to work for 8 hours doing something that you hate.
Exactly. And that is not fun if that's not what you want to do. Some people just do it and they get on with it and they're happy enough to get the money and they don't have to think about anything after. That is...
Which would be nice, but...
Sometimes it is nice when you get too stressed out about stuff and being a creator. Sometimes you think, Yeah, just having a job and being able to leave at 5 or whatever and come home and not think about it would be nice, but all the other negatives to it for us anyway are not what we want.
Yeah, not worth it in our book.
I feel like I should put an Instagram story up, but I don't have the phone. Oh yeah, the phone's here. That's.
We're streaming on the phone, you idiot.
Anyway, guys, if you want to share the stream, by the way, there's a little link below. Drop it onto your whatever it is.
Whatever you use, share it with your friends. Another pro?
Another pro is, so we have picking our own schedule and doing what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Travel's on it. We'll do travel. We can literally move around because we work for ourselves from a laptop.
Online.
Digital nomad life is pretty much what it is. It has its negative side a little bit too, but generally we can move around and we get to see new cities, new places, new islands, and we can always, if the Wi-Fi is good, work from there, which is nice because we don't have to be stuck in one place for 75% of the year. Mm-hmm. We don't have to be in one country. We can stay in countries when we like them. We can move on. We can visit new places, and doing that also helps with our content because we get to explore a new place, take photos of a new place in our area of content creation. So being able to move around, travel, and just work from your laptop is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to add to that one?
No, I think that pretty much covers travel. Exactly.
You're able to travel all year or as much as you can afford to whenever you want, really. And you can still work. You don't have to take off work. You don't have to ask for time off. You can just go and you can work on the way and work when you're there, and everything's kind of combined, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, have you got another one?
Another one. A pro.
A pro of being a content creator.
I think a really good one is like you become so knowledgeable, like you learn so much. We've learned so much that I never thought I would know. I didn't think I would know about cameras, about editing a video, like about
good one.
Computers. Like we've just learned so much, and like being a YouTuber kind of forces you to learn that stuff. So you have to know how to edit a video, you have to know how to record a video, so you have to learn all of the stuff that goes along with it, and it kind of like broadens your mind. Makes you smarter.
It sure does. The amount of stuff that we've learned since we started making videos like years ago, and also started streaming and even setting up this live stream, which is a pretty DIY job here, it still works, and it's a relatively decent quality for what we've actually got going on here.
It's all right.
But yeah, we've learned so much, and just learning, it all kind of fits into like being an entrepreneur, I would say, being a digital nomad. That's what YouTubers technically are, but there's a lot more that comes with it. You don't just make videos. You have to do a bit of branding for your channel, make your little logos. Pretty much every YouTuber has to be a photographer, or at least be able to.
A good point that we forgot in the cons list is that you kind of have to be everything.
Yeah.
You have to be the producer of the video, you have to record it yourself, you have to be the video editor, you have to be the thumbnail maker.
It's true. And I was actually watching, I believe it was a podcast or something, when I can't remember what it was. It could have been like H3's podcast, where they were talking to someone and saying this is like new. There hasn't been a time before where one person has a business and does everything. As a video, like you said, a director, a recorder, a photographer, an editor, a graphics designer, all that.
All of that in one.
We have a lot of stuff to do, but what was my original point? You cut me off with a con.
Yeah, I did. You were talking about learning new things. You have to learn all of that.
So you have to learn to be able to do all of that, or at least most of it. Like making thumbnails, which is kind of pretty much graphic design of some sort.
You have to learn to use so many new and different programs.
Yeah,
software.
For so many, it could be Adobe, it could be Premiere Pro, it could be whatever you're using to edit. It could be picture editing like Lightroom, Just a lot of different programs, a lot of different skills, and
But the good thing about that is that now you have those
now,
skills. They're
now
never going to go anywhere.
you have those skills. For example, we are trying to work with more brands on our channel that are like about things we like camera accessories, travel backpacks, could be what else? Gear of some sort. And we make little cinematic videos for them, take pictures like we did if you watch our Akaso camera video, the little action camera in Cebu. That was kind of an example of that. We took some product shots, we tested it out a little bit, and it kind of combines with the content that we make now.
Yeah.
So we want to do more of that, but it's a skill that we've built up by learning how to make videos for like the past 3 years. We've got a little bit better at it, and we're focusing more on making like almost little short video advertisements for products and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've built up skills that allow us to now, with a little bit more learning, we can create, which is kind of cool. We've also learned and built up our photography, that we could go out and do photography for businesses, for people, for ourselves. It builds a skill that you learn a lot of different skills that
are valuable
by themselves, or a job. That
it's literally a job.
If you wanted to say, I can't be bothered with YouTube anymore, you could go and be a portrait photographer, a wedding photographer, a wedding videographer. You could be a marketer, because technically YouTubers have to market their content to people. So there's so many different skills that specific jobs have that you learn through being a YouTuber.
Yeah, it opens up a lot of doors.
It does.
For you.
Anything else?
Anything else?
So what have we done? List them again. We've done the not the freedom.
Remember.
I know I can't either. I'm ridiculous at this. Other pros. I think that is the main ones. We listed more cons, but the pros are very big.
Yeah.
The pros are huge. So like having your own free time to do what you want is probably the main reason why we want to do this.
Freedom for us is like the main thing.
Also, you get to meet a lot of creative people. That's another pro. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to talk about just creative stuff. Like, for example, we were on Teddy Sage's podcast like a week ago, and we were on it before with those guys, and we just get to sit down and talk with other creative people who always tend to have a different outlook on life because they're doing something different.
Yeah, and you kind of get to like discuss things that you both, like understand. Like they're kind of in this world too, so you meet people that you can just talk to really easy about things that we do.
I mean, there's a lot of idiots on YouTube, and there's a lot of people starting stuff now just for money and just for getting views and subscribers. So there is going to be a lot of idiots that you might not want to meet that make content and are just doing it for one reason. But there is a lot of people who maybe started YouTube 5 or 6 years ago and it wasn't as big, and they tend to just have a different opinion on things, and they all tend to be pretty cool. They tend to be interesting people to chat to, which is why we want to meet more people in this area of YouTube. And it's been a little harder. We've met a lot of people here, obviously, like you guys seen, but we do want to meet more people and just
you can
just
learn
enjoy
from
company
them
and learn from people too.
Yeah. So yeah.
Is that all the pros?
I think so. Does any of you guys have any questions about any of those
things? We did get one in there somewhere. So this, if you have any questions about any of those pros or cons, drop them into the chat now and we'll chat about them. We have got one from Spyware which says, for beginner vlogging, what camera is best, or do I just stick to my simple cell phone?
That's a good question. Do you know what? Cell phones are so good these days. Like, smartphones are amazing that you can make really, really good videos using just your phone. So if that's what you have, then yes, definitely use it. We started off with our little point and shoot, the Sony A5000.
Great little camera.
Which is great. I would definitely recommend it because it's one of the most like budget friendly cameras for people who are just starting, which is why we got it. It was like the one within our budget that we could afford at the time. And it's a great little camera. A lot of people would use the G7X as well for beginning. We're not so much big fans of it just because of the autofocus.
The
it
autofocus,
seems to be very...
especially, I haven't seen that many people use the new one. I think it only came out there quite recently. But yeah, the original Canon G7X, which is, if you look up best beginner photography camera for YouTube, it's probably number one. I would not recommend it. I would go for a little Sony that probably is a little cheaper too, and I would say is better. But if you do actually want to start and you have your phone and it's relatively new, like within the last couple of years, it'll definitely be fine.
Yeah.
I would always say a camera probably is a little better because you have the ability to zoom and stuff, and you learn if you can get a cheaper camera. It helps for when you do upgrade to a proper camera, because you'll at least have used a camera before.
Yeah.
But phones are good for photography now and video.
Phones are great.
Yeah, that just made me think of a guy we follow from Canada called Matti Hapoya. If you want to check him
He's
out.
not from Canada, he's from Finland.
Well, he lives in Canada. I think he's almost lived in Canada longer than Finland. But anyway, he just created a whole video on from his trip to, I think it might have been Banff in Canada, all on an iPhone. Did you see it?
I didn't see the video, no, but
It's ridiculous.
I did know that he did that.
It's ridiculous. Just check it out. I think he filmed it on the new iPhone.
It was completely possible. Like, it's completely doable.
And he does cinematic videos, and it's ridiculously good. So if you have a new phone, you can definitely take both pictures and video to pretty damn high quality, and nobody will really know.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers that question for you.
How did you guys learn to edit videos, and how was it at the start of your YouTube career? Kuram Muhammad, thanks for the question.
How did we learn to edit videos? I can't even remember.
I can. So I originally wanted to start a gaming channel, which was my first idea for a video, or for YouTube, because I am a huge fan of PlayStation games. I played it a lot, and still would if we had one. We just obviously don't because we're traveling.
Yeah.
But I think I made a couple, and I actually downloaded a really old program called Camtasia and started editing on it, which was a disaster on my old laptop and super slow. But all video editing programs are pretty similar, most of it. At least the chopping and cutting bits out and adding music is almost all the same. So I started with that on gaming videos, which also involved me having to talk through a mic and stuff. So I learned quite a bit pretty early on that way, by just literally, okay, if I want to make a video, I have to do this and I have to learn how to make it as good as I can. I can't really, I think they were okay. I mean, it was quite a few years ago, but
that was whenever you were on your own. And then when we started our YouTube channel, like, you pretty much did all the...
I did all the editing for the first,
I can't really
probably
remember
the first year.
Yeah, I would say so.
Which is a little crazy. Yeah, and then you started to learn how to do it, and we started watching. Then we started making more cinematic videos, so we started learning how to do little B-roll sequences and how to just up the level of our content. So we literally learned it all by watching videos and other creators who just do videos on how to do that, how to do edits better, how to record them better so that your edit will be better. So there's only so much you can do in editing, but mainly now it's our recording the videos. We record them the way we want to, thinking about the edit rather than trying to make the edit good with crappy footage.
If YouTube is something that you would like to do, or it's something that you maybe do, I would 100% recommend that you watch other creators who do that type of content. So the type of the tutorial, the tips, that kind of stuff. We would watch a lot of Peter McKinnon, for example. Learned so much from that guy. Just people like that who are going to help you and kind of show you what to do and ways that makes it easier for you. That's one thing that's really helped us. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that you get into that kind of content too. Yeah,
some people are just really good at explaining it, and just start right from the start. Don't jump into something if you just got your camera. Don't jump into trying to make the most cinematic B-roll sequence for your
yeah,
videos.
or like the best transitions to use.
Yeah, transitions are something that's going to come and go. Don't jump into stuff that's too detailed. It takes ages when you're not really sure how to use your camera. Learn the basics first, get your shots in focus, exposed right, and then try and get creative with it.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else, but now I can't remember what it was. World TV. Hi, Matt. So, what's up, World TV?
Hi. I would definitely,
And teens.
yeah, and teens, I'm here too. I would definitely, like, what's the word when you, like, put money into?
Yourself.
Like, I invest, that's the word.
Invest in your
I would
skills.
invest, yes, in your skills. And also, don't underestimate the power of good audio. You
Yes,
might
true.
have good footage, like, it might look nice, it might look like a good video, but if people can't hear you properly, they will not watch.
That's another thing with the question from who asked that? Spyware, talking about beginning video on your phone. So if you are gonna begin on your phone, get a little mic like this.
We have the little
little
micro.
tiny Rode mic that is plugged into the phone right now for this live stream. Get that, and your the video's fine. It's just the audio from phones is not as good
yeah.
as having a mic. So definitely get a little mic. They're like $30 or $40, and that's all you need. A little tripod, something to attach your little mic onto, and you're good with the phone.
Good.
People, a lot of big YouTubers now are actually going back to that setup instead of carrying around big cameras because the phones are so good.
Yeah, that's just a little tip. Do we have another question?
Do you have any more questions? Feel free to get them in. When did you start blogging? I assume you mean vlogging or video.
Or video.
Video logging, which is what vlogging is so ridiculous.
We started. Oh, do you know what? Teddy Sage told us the other day when our YouTube channel started, and I can't remember what.
I feel like it was February, was it?
He said. But what year was it? Was it like 2016 or something?
16, yeah, probably was. But then I don't feel like it was that early. But we actually made one video, and then it was like 2 months before we uploaded the next one.
Yeah, we didn't upload that.
So it could have been 2016.
I think it was.
That's when we started, and we have changed our content and found what we liked and built our skills to the point where we kind of, I think, have got where we want to go from now on.
Yeah.
What other content will you produce in the future on the channel? Good question. Good question. Hilario Dun, thanks for your question, by the way. And Karam Mohammed has another one.
What other content will you produce in the future on the channel? That's a great question. We always have so many ideas and just things that we would love to do on our channel. Obviously, things aren't possible. Some things aren't possible right now, but in the future, I don't know, like definitely more. It's hard because we don't want to be traveling for forever. Like we obviously have to settle down at some stage.
Yeah, at some stage we'll obviously settle. I have no idea
have a base.
Where that is and have like maybe a little studio. But we definitely still want to go and visit places and do what we do now, where we make photo vlogs and stuff like that in new cities, because exploring new cities, like we say all the time, exploring new cities, taking pictures, making a video of that process, and drinking coffee is literally what we do. So checking out coffee shops.
And tea.
And people watching. So we'll always be looking to explore new countries.
Yeah.
So I think travel's always going to be in there.
Yeah.
But the podcast is also something, not on this channel, but on our podcast channel is something that we really want to do more of, because we just love chatting about stuff. And
we'd also love to do more content with other creators.
Yeah.
Whether that be, I don't know, about photography or not, but just kind of meeting more creators, doing videos together. Would also be cool to do videos like with like brands as well. Like we could go on trips and like do stuff for brands, like try out, I don't know, a really cool car that we could
going on a road trip with
it. Yeah,
I'm huge into cars, and I would love to photograph and make videos of some more cars and include little bits of B-roll, but also go on like a road trip. Stuff like that would be cool. And we also might have another channel of some sort coming soon, but we also probably will have so many ideas in the future for possibly another channel. But at the minute, our own on our podcast channel are the two main ones.
Yeah.
So lots more of that, lots more exploring, taking lots more photos, and also trying to do help you guys learn what we've learned. So little tutorial videos, little tips, stuff like that. What would you guys like to see more of on the channel? What would you ideally like us to create if you have anything?
Oh, that's a good question. As you walk down the streets of Manila, what type of scenes attract you most for taking pictures, or what makes for a great picture? That's a really good question.
It is a good question.
We actually literally had this discussion yesterday. For me, what attracts me is like interesting people. So somebody who kind of like just looks really interesting, maybe wearing something very unique. Just that's kind of where my eye would go to, or somebody who's doing something that's very interesting that you don't maybe see every day. Like here in Manila, for example, selling food on the side of the road. Like for us, that's completely new.
Yeah, true.
We wouldn't have that back at home in Ireland. So that's kind of like stuff that I would be attracted to. Like somebody who's just doing something like different that we've never seen.
Yeah, something that stands out. A lot of like when we're going out, especially in Golden Orb, there's a lot of shadows and stuff going on. That's kind of what attracts my eye. Like someone passing through, just like one glow of light just coming down on them, and it's kind of like artistic style photography, which I really like, and I'm trying to get into a bit more. Lots of different stuff. It's kind of hard to explain, but sometimes it can be hard when you're in a big crowd of people to pick something out because there's so much going on. So it's hard to explain, but I think that kind of covers it a little bit for now. Anyway, we might do a video on that at some point too.
That's a great question.
Will you do any reaction videos in future? If not, why did you stop doing them? So this is a great question.
Great question.
And something that we don't discuss a lot, but I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it's a big part of everything we've done, and it's something that we've stopped quite a while ago. And I'll let you explain.
The reason for that mainly is because we weren't really enjoying it that much anymore. We were kind of reacting to things that people would like request us to react to, and it was, I don't know, it just wasn't like fulfilling. It wasn't like creatively fulfilling, and it just got a little bit monotonous would be the word.
So apologies, I'm trying to put a little light on.
I can't see us doing that anymore, unless it was like something related to what we are interested in, so something like photography related or video, filmmaking, that sort of stuff.
So the videos we done like a couple of years ago, we won't be doing any more of those, like reacting to random videos and stuff. But yeah, like you said, if it's something to do with what we do now, like we might do one reacting to subscribers' pictures or something like that, or we might do more videos like reacting to stuff that you guys do, or like creators we like, what they're doing, maybe discuss what they're doing, how they do it, would we be able to do it, and how you guys could maybe do something like it. So
not just like random
not just random videos about anything really.
But like the good thing about the podcast is that we can kind of do that. We can kind of react to or talk about random things. We won't necessarily be sitting there watching the video, but we will be reacting and giving our opinion on things, which is what the podcast is all about.
We're gonna have to finish quite soon,
We've been live
guys.
for like 1 hour.
Yeah, the phone's running out of battery, but if you have any more questions before we finish, drop them in the comments. Will you guys collab with big YouTubers in the future?
Hopefully.
I'm sure we
nice.
will. Like we said earlier in the stream, we do want to just meet up with a lot of people. Whether or not we collab with them, I don't know. But yeah, we do want to meet up with a lot more people just to learn from them, and then maybe they'll learn from us and just chat, and there might be some collabs in there too.
Oh, why can I never get the chat up? How do you always get it?
Will you guys start a gaming channel or not? Not in the near future, but I do
I don't think we would start a YouTube gaming channel, but we would definitely love to maybe get back to Twitch at some stage, or it doesn't have to be Twitch, just a streaming
Yeah.
gaming thing because we really enjoyed it. We love just like sitting playing Rocket League live, chatting to you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be a possibility for the future. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. But as of now, it's not really
Not a gaming
thing
channel,
we can do right now. There was a question there about Batanes.
no.
Any chance of doing a Batanes trip, which is very, very, very north here in the Philippines, if you don't know. We don't have any plans right now. We're just kind of playing it by ear with the whole coronavirus thing. So we're not really moving around that much. So I don't know. I wouldn't rule that out either, but it does look like a very nice place.
Possibly in the future. Yeah, not within the very near future, but we will be traveling a little bit more soon.
What kind of video games are you guys into? We love Rocket League.
Rocket League, Grand Theft Auto is
played
probably
a lot.
our two favorites.
You played Hitman.
Yeah, I do want to get in it when I get a PlayStation again, Call of Duty, and there's a few more, but we haven't gamed in since we started traveling, so we've missed a few.
We used to play this really silly game called Human Fall Flat.
Great game.
It was
Hilarious.
so ridiculous, so funny. But yeah, we just kind of played silly games sometimes. But mostly Rocket League and Grand Theft Auto were our faves.
Thank you for answering my questions. Love your content. Thank you,
Thank
Karan.
you for
Thanks for getting
asking
them in.
questions.
Thanks for joining, and
We're gonna have to jump off now because
the phone's gonna run out. But thanks for joining us, guys. By the way, if you're interested in photography, we have got some photography related questions. We have actually got our own presets, as you may or may not know, which you can use to edit your pictures for Instagram or whatever it is. Edit your pictures like those really nice pictures that you see on Instagram. You know, if you want your feed to look really good and you're just not happy with it, well, we've got a lot of presets. The link is in the description.
You can give yourself a head start.
You can get your
editing.
photos looking pretty sweet with almost one click and maybe a few little adjustments. Yeah, just thought we would promote them in there because why not? It also really helps support us if you do want to check them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Our website's in the description. Check it out. Lots more to come.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on today's live stream. Hopefully we'll get live again very soon because we just love chatting to you guys and answering your questions. So
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, and as we always say, take it easy.
Don't be a stranger.
Laters.
Bye.